Today I'm going over my MilSim loadout for Operation Gorgon. It's coming up. Hey guys, Mike here from Templar Airsoft.com. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be going over my loadout for Operation Gorgon with Airborne Airsoft a few weeks back. I'm just going to take my hearing out because it's making my ears go funny. I will take this off. But starting from the top, we've got, this is my Emerson Mish 2000 replica. Great helmet. It's a great replica as well. It's nice and sturdy. I've done a review of this a while back. On here, on the back, I haven't got it on at the moment, but I run a battery pack and then my GoPro on the front. I was going to run a jungle hat for Op Gorgon, but I wanted to do, the problem with the jungle hat is I've got to wear the elasticated headband to get the footage for you guys, and it's not comfortable to wear that, and it bounces around a lot. A helmet really is the best option for stable footage. So that was my helmet. Coming down eye pro wise, I have either the Revision Sawflies clear lenses I run, or your standard mesh goggles. What you can see hanging over here, you might not be able to see, is my custom headset that I've got. It's Surefire EP2 ear defenders. I think that's the EP2 versions, and I've got comms running into those just via 2 acoustic tubes. It's not dual comms, it only runs off of 1 radio, but by splitting the signal like that, it makes it easier to hear. It means I can turn the volume right down, so it doesn't blow my ears out when someone's talking, or one ear, but it also acts as quite an effective way of ear defense. Chest rig wise, I've got the Templar Assault Systems, now Odin Tactical chest rig. It's a very good chest rig, and the reason why I run a chest rig on Op Gorgon was because it is a place called Bramley, very dense woodland, plate carrier through wooded areas, especially dense wooded areas, is a bit of a ball ache. So this works a lot better for me, although I did run with a pack most of the day, which I'll go over in a minute. But in terms of what I got on here, some of you have asked how I actually run these this chest rig. As you can see, it sits quite low on me. It's actually how I prefer it. It's a bit more comfortable that way. Utility pouch here, I've got Commander's kit in here and spare blank rounds for my impact grenades. Commander kit wise, I've got a little sort of Nomex folder, which has got call signs and intelligence things and Commander stuff, and that's just basically this. Radio wise, coming around further, this is I forget what pouch it is, but it's just a little radio pouch that's running my Burfeng UV5R. You do need a license to operate that radio. You can buy them legally without one, but you do need a license to operate them. So I'll do a review over that in a few weeks. I'll cover the details of the Burfeng radios. Nice little radio, and that's running the Nagoya 771 antenna, which comes up here under the straps. Tourniquet, just for show. I'm not actually going to have to use that, hopefully, ever in an airsoft game. Commander's pouch here, again, I've got a pair of binos in here and just some more other bits and pieces for command. Marker pens, silems, things like that. Magazines wise, I've got 8 magazines. 5 of these are 60 round mid caps and 3 of them are 120 round mid caps. And they are again just in the Templar Assault Systems Velcro down sort of flat pouches. I've got the flaps tucked behind them for ease of use. But if I know I'm going to be crawling through a load of crap, sometimes I'll sort of pull those out and fold them over just to keep the magazines a little bit cleaner. Coming back around onto this side, I've got 2 impact grenades. For this op, I ran my police impact grenades you can get from Just Cause Airsoft. The reason being that these are a little bit more reliable than the Dynatex Dominator. They're a bit more expensive. They run at about £75 a pop second hand, compared to £55 for the Dynatex impact. But they're a little bit more reliable. They weigh more, but they have a smaller profile. As I said, they're a bit more heavier, but they come in and out of the pouches a little bit easier. Comms, as I said before, custom PTT. Sorry, it's a standard, I think it's a code red PTT, but I've got the custom headset and that wired into the code red plug there. Sling wise, this is my Condor Tactical 2-to-1 bungee sling. Good sling. I prefer using this if I'm in a wooded area because I can very easily unclip it and then turn it into a 2-point. In terms of other kit I've got on here is my British issue DPM windproof smock. These are great smocks. I've had one of these for quite a few years. This isn't actually the one I was issued. I think I bought this one separately, but they're great smocks, especially for the wood, the UK environment. The DPM pattern works very well. It's basically what it's designed for. Trousers wise, I ran my Helicon M95 US Woodland. Very good trousers, very durable, quite thick, but they're not so thick that they feel heavy. They're a good pair of trousers, these. Holding those up was my 511 belt, which I mentioned in the last loadout video I did. This is the TDU belt, the black buckle. It's a plastic buckle. It's very good. I like this belt. It's not very it's just rigid enough to do the job it needs to do, but it's not so rigid that it digs into your squishy bits if you're a big guy like me. And I also ran this this is the Warrior Assault Systems slimline yoke. It's basically combat braces. Being a bigger guy, especially running a pistol on my belt, this saved me from having to pull up my trousers over my fat ass every 5 minutes. So that's a good bit of kit there. If you want something to hold up your trousers, recommend the Warrior low profile suspender system or yoke system, or whatever they call it. Again, I'll put a link in the description. Works really well. Boots wise, for this op I ran my lower mountain Gore-Texes. These are clean. They're just greyed out. They need a bit of polish. I wore them this morning for some tabbing. These are great boots. They offer a lot of stability in terms of ankle support. Great boot. I've had these a long time, and definitely a boot I recommend getting. Gun wise was my ICS M4, which I've done a review of recently. Again, I'll put a little link in the description, and you'll be able to see that. In terms of sidearm, I ran, as always, my SIG 226 from WE. I ran that on the in my IMI holster, on the hip paddle, basically the belt paddle. These holsters are very good. Work really well. A kit in here is things like I had my camera, a small amount of spare ammo in case there was a problem with our regen. The Airborne Airsoft rules for bombing your magazines are that you can't do them out on the ground. You have to go back to your spawn and redo it. It's back at the spawn, main bulk of ammo, but in case anything happens to that regen, I carried spare ammo on here, obviously with the intention of, if I needed to bomb up, I would have to call myself out, call myself as dead, go back to the respawn and declare myself dead, lose the points for a dead player, and then I can rearm. That's the rules with Airborne, so you know, it works quite well. Spare batteries, spare radios, a couple of spare antennas, a couple of spare handsets. Got a heli marker panel in here, first aid kit, I think I said that, but first aid kit, a spare batteries for my gun, and blank rounds for my grenades. Also in here I kept spare pyro, in terms of smoke and paper pyro, the thunder flashes, and spare eye protection as well. I had in here, always have some spare goggles with me just in case, because you lose your eye pro or something goes wrong with your eye pro, take a shot to your eye pro and it breaks. If you haven't got a spare pair, that's your entire day ruined, because you can't play without eye pro. Also had a shamag in here and a jungle hat, in case I was going to get, one of the missions we had was to do a close target recce, which I'll go over in the video. We never actually managed to put that in place, but I had a shamag, a scrim net and a jungle hat in case I needed to get in close to the enemy and try and observe. Carrying this also meant that I could stow my helmet in here, no problem, and it wouldn't be a drama. So that's it. That's my Operation Gorgon loadout. As I said, chest rig for a wooden environment is my preference. What sort of let me know in the comments below what sort of gear you run if you're running a woodland environment. Do you stick to your plate carriers, or do you switch over to chest rig like I do? Personally, as I said, I prefer this kind of setup, especially for crawling through thick woodland. In about 5 days, I'm playing at UCAP Airsoft's Green Ops, quite a thick wooded area, and again, I'll be running this chest rig. I'll probably be running with the flaps closed on that, because there's a lot of belt buckle stuff there, so it keeps your magazines a little bit cleaner. I'll get rid of the dump pouch, and as I said, I'll just run this. If it's your first time to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And I say this every week, but I really do mean it. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that hits that subscribe button. You know, for those of you that already have, as always, thank you. For those of you that hit the subscribe button after this video, again, thank you very much. And that's it for this week. Coming up, we've got the Gorgon, the full MilSim series. It's a different take on it because I was a commander. It's not as much action in this one, but hopefully you guys will appreciate the video anyway. And so, and that's it for this video. So as always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.